The latest DC finest has just come out. Spectre, one of the sort of obviously lesser characters, but I still think one of the best characters from DC. Super powerful, though his levels of powers do sort of go up and down, but he's certainly up there with the Superman and beyond sort of supernatural ones, but also earthbound stories as well, and pretty violent in places. And when I first started reading comics back in the 70s, the first stories I read were the weird adventure comics. And I think that's what they called weird adventure comics at that point. It was pretty gruesome. Like people would be sort of dissolving away or turned into wood, cut up, chopped and sliced. I mean, it was a bit like EC Comics, I suppose, many things. But here you got the Spectre from the showcase, the early showcase ones. Obviously, you had the Spectre and Flash turns up there as well. There's not many stories in here where you've got sort of an overlap with the general DC universe. But you've got some. You've got the All-Star Squadron, got that one. Also, you've got Brave and the Bold, of course, with Batman, and of course, again, say Flash, etc. And Wildcat. There's a good Wildcat one. Lots of different artists as well. This also is probably one of the biggest ones. I think this must be 650 pages. It's got 1966 to 1983. Now, if you've got the Omnibus edition, it's probably mostly the overlap. It does overlap quite a lot. There's a few variations in the stories, a few differences. I think the All-Star Squadron are not included in the Omnibus, but it's much the same. Now, on the thumbnail, you'll see I'll put all the details of all the various issues. There's a lot of issues. You've got Ghosts, you've got Brave and the Bold, All-Star Squadron, etc. And also 1 to 10 of the Spectre comic that came out. So let's go through some of these. And the stories are mixed. I think they're great. You've got here, obviously, he throws some people. Now, I hope he goes back and collects them, but I suspect the Spectre probably didn't worry too much. See, supernatural stories where you've got, say, beyond the sinister barrier, you've got him being bashed by the earth. So you've got pretty weird stories. These are not your average stories. And then you've got others that are just basically very earthbound stories. You've got him battling dragons as well. The artwork is absolutely superb. You've got lots of different artists, Neal Adams, Jim Aparo, and Murphy Anderson, and many others as well. And I think it's just really sharp, super, beautifully restored. I just think it just looks great. And also some really good, very unusual artwork. There's some really very different ones there's great scenes all the way through. I've thoroughly enjoyed many of the stories as well. There's some pretty weird ones. And it goes backwards and forwards of psychic energy there. You can see there he's obviously battling. So you can see he does have problems sometimes. And yet sometimes he's battling, like destroying, not battling across a universal level. It's very strange. So Jim Pero artwork. I just love these stories when they came out in the 70s. And it is great to reread these ones. You've got Swami and the Spectre there. And I love them. Absolutely great story. This one is a brilliant volume, but so there's an omnibus edition. Now, I don't think there was any showcase books. So I might be wrong on that. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. But there was, of course, an archive one, a DC archive of the Golden Age Spectre. Maybe, was there a Silver Age Spectre one? I do not know about that. But talking about Golden Age, got the Golden Age. And the Golden Age one in here, More Fun Comics, is also with the character here. You've got All-Star Squadron, which does a really good story with Golden Age Atom, also Dr. Fate, etc. And Dr. Fate's in this as well. But you got the Spectre there, very different, very different. But at the same time, he was battling on sort of a supernatural level as well. But also, this guy's got Percival Pop, something like that, however you say it. And he's sort of got, obviously, bashing various gang members of various things. He waits for a few weeks to attack this guy from a gang, and you think, very odd stories, very different level stories back then. And you got some, obviously, getting bashed with a few, obviously, movie reels there. Very odd. But we've also got this, which I think is absolutely brilliant. The great heroes, I never work out, the comic book heroes, great, made great. Other way around. Always trouble when it's a circular design. But there's also lots of great stories in this. You've got Green Lantern, of course, the Golden Age Green Lantern. But you've also got Hawkman. But you've also got the Spectre. Like I say, he can obviously change his size. He does in, of course, comics all over the place. You can see him obviously pretty large there. And then sometimes he's sort of battling humans at just a normal level. And he got a variety onto the Hawkman there. But I think these are just really great stories. And I really hope that if they do continue with these DC finest, that they actually get through to the Golden Age ones as well. There's loads of great, of course, Golden Age stories I think they could do, but it would be nice if they printed those as well. There's no rhyme or reason. Because you can see here, 1966, 1967, 1968, 69, then there's a bit of a gap. Then 74, 75, that's the period that I started to really get into DC comics. And also 1981, 82, 83. So you got those. So hopefully they go backwards as well, 1942, 43, 44, etc. That would be absolutely brilliant to include those later in a volume. This, I think, is great. Are you going to pick this up? Is this on your list, or have you bought it already? Because I got mine actually quite late. It took a bit of time to get through to me. So finally I got it. I'm really pleased I got it because I think the stories are just really beautiful, really good, excellent art and excellent stories as well. What more can you want, I think, with this, especially for the price, which was $39.99. I paid that, say, $21, $22, that sort of price. Just great. Probably won't be buying some of the upcoming ones. There's a few. I might get the Supergirl one. I haven't decided yet. There's, I think, Static. Maybe. I will look in the shops, decide whether to pick them up. I don't tend to buy every single DC finest, but I'm like most of them I've thoroughly enjoyed. The War Western ones, which upcoming, I am really looking forward to, and also many others, of course. This one, absolutely brilliant volume. Really pleased to pick it up.